It's finally winter time. Here's some pictures that I took off the internet. Let me tell you a secret. Some of the first videos I ever uploaded to this channel were devlogs of a Christmas game. Until I messed up the Unity project because I was a beginner and I didn't know what I was doing. Now, that game project is lost forever, but it's finally time for me to make another Christmas game. First thing I started with was the player character. As always, I'm making a low poly character, but I'm not just making any low poly character for this game. No, I'm talking about the pinnacle of low poly character modeling. Exactly 256 triangles. For a long time now, I've been enamored with this 256 Fest challenge on Twitter, where 3D artists make a model with only 256 triangles and then a texture that's 256 by 256. Now, I can't make a decent texture to save my life, so I vertex paint all of my models. But this limit of 256 tries per model still intrigues me. So I made the executive decision that the main character in this Christmas game is gonna be a vertex painted Santa's helper elf gnome with 256 triangles. Exactly 256 triangles. But of course, I run into some problems with this challenge. My inability of making decent textures removed the option of having the eyes drawn on the texture. But I still don't want to waste the very few triangles that I do have on modeling eyes on the character. So I gave him a big hat. A big Link hat right above his Mario nose. And then I proceeded to copy the Deku Link from Majora's Mask for the rest of the body on the model, making all of his limbs separated and then removing any faces that aren't visible in game. I was doing anything and everything to preserve as many triangles as possible. I also removed some triangles on the hat by just merging together vertices. And finally, I was just under the 256 mark, so I decided to add a little booger to his nose to land right on 256 triangles. I implemented him in the game world along with some low poly trees and some well-placed fog, so it looks kind of like snow. But he looked lonely, you know, it looked like he needed a friend. No, let me take that back. It looked like he needed an enemy. So I copy my favorite Christmas game that doesn't exist anymore, and I decide to make a goblin. Same size as the player, same 256 triangle target, so I start by duplicating the player model. And I just make his nose longer and pointier. I add some long ears to further differentiate the characters, and I realize I can't give him the exact same hat that the player has, but I still don't want to give him eyes, so I just need something to cover him up. Goblins generally don't have any hats, they're just bald, and they don't have any hair either. I tried that, let's not talk about that. And then I realized, of course, I'll just give him a hood. And just to even out the try count to exactly 256, I gave him one tiny little snaggletooth. Now we got a cute gnome that looks like a mix between Deku Link and the Snot Kid from Wind Waker. And we got a goblin that's and both of them are exactly 256 triangles. Now we just need some kind of interaction between these characters. And as it turns out, I've already made a dialogue quest system for this project, so wait, I'm getting ahead of myself here.